say a real goodbye to Mary Poppins, who's immigrating to America, and we all send her a lot of magic for her and her family already there. I don't think it will be long before Elizabeth's name is up in like...
We're rolling.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lizzie. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Birthday! Yay! Your dad used to bring us down here at night when he was walking the dog, I think. And along this wall here, there were like these like prehistoric woodlouse that were about that big, from what I can remember.
They had green eyes and
they
purple
were really creepy.
thumbs, and they talk to you. Right, I'm going to the house.
Don't film from down below because it makes us all have big shabba chaps. No, but just to say, this is the upside down house. Yeah. The living room was upstairs, which quite frankly was ridiculous.
And I think this was where Lindsay, whatever her name was, stood on my legs. Lindsay Fat Bum Rowlands didn't like me at the sleepover party. And I remember not knowing what the film Grease was and being introduced to it in this house.
Yay!
I thought it was a film about
making a cake with you and your sister, Charlotte, I think it was.
And I remember that Hello Kitty hair detangler. Do you remember that?
The spray.
The spray that we just used to like use a whole bottle in one night. Grease, even though it was just from America and you couldn't get over it.
Talking about hair, your hair always smelled really good, even when we were like 12, and my hair never smelled that good. And I never understood why. And then I realised it's because you shut up. It was because you used this thing called conditioner.
It's not pink.
Not pink anymore.
But it will always be pink in our minds.
Yes.
And do you remember your bedroom? And I think my mum had to come round at like 3 o'clock in the morning to bring my inhaler round.
And then the morning after, which must have been a Saturday, because we were all getting ready to go to Mrs. Holland's, your dad made us a fried egg and bacon sandwich, and I thought it was the most amazing thing I've ever tasted. And I was like, oh, dads make eggs and bacon sandwiches? Wow, because my dad had never made them.
Do you remember your dad's boat that used to be out there? And when we bought the Red Pacific, that boat at your mum's school, they had like a fair thing, and we bought that dinghy at your mum's fair and named it the Red Pacific, and then we sailed it out here, obviously the tide was in, and got stuck, and your dad had to get the boat out and come and save us.
Hello, Fernham Hall here. I think we've all done bits and bobs in there, festivals and shows and stuff, but I don't remember doing anything of us all together there. But at the end of the road, down there, get that end of road, Charlie Waddington's house, round the corner, and also nothing, but there's the library. It's just a general sweeping view of Fareham, really. There's the Fareham shopping precinct.
Basically, they're doing an Ain't Real. Is that my dad? Oh, Dad!
Just another day in sunny Fareham. We're just discussing Miss Elizabeth Pierce's results from the drama festival, her prose reading. Commended.
Not highly commended.
We liked her choice of reading.
From the importance of being earnest.
Lively, it was a lively piece.
I will be very candid and say yes, a commended is definitely an order of the day.
One should always call a spade a spade. And have a baked potato with this podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome to your old drama festival haunt. Here it is.
Looks a bit different now.
Something told wild geese it was time to go. Though their days were golden, something whispered snow. Life was full and stirring, cherished loved aglow. But beneath warm feathers, something cautioned Snow.
That we scratched our fingers against that garage to make it bleed, so that we were blood sisters.
That's why we became blood sisters. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The famous spider's hole. It's there's a gap in the hedge over there somewhere. Oh, hang on. Down here, sweeping the floor, Brian here, sweeping the floor, ogling Liz on the playing field because he was in love with her. Brian, who was writing a letter to her, and he tried to say he loved her, and he went like that with the pen because there was a lot of love. Brian to Liz. Sweeping. I remember we were on the field watching him. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Brian.
Debbie's currently trying to break in.
Yes.
That's where I used to do Transformer with Mark Roberts.
Did you? Transformer? Can you have a Transformer quite a bit?
Well, we had our own names. I was Cartwheel.
What was he?
Should we go around the front of the school? See if we can walk up the drive at least.
Who remembers that boy who bit a wasp?
Oh, Joseph Rowland.
Yeah,
Kangaroo Coffee Man.
Yeah,
Kangaroo Coffee Man.
I think they were on drugs most of the time, these two.
Because Mr. Flint did a whole school assembly about it, about how we mustn't walk home and eat food without looking at it.
Yeah.
Because you'll bite into
Eating
wasps.
food. Do you remember learning how to do the crisp packet thing?
Yeah.
So that it didn't fly out of the bins.
But also, Mr.
I still
Flynn's
do
kind
that
of like
as well.
private chats in his office.
Yeah, and holding the books.
Yeah, really.
It was like the quietest
Primary
corner.
schools are still like that, you know, because I go in like about 3 primary schools a week,
Right.
and they're still like that. Do you remember Scratchy Hands?
Scratchy, scratchy. The less said, the better, possibly.
Does Liz remember Scratchy
She does.
Hands?
It was raised the other day. Scratchy, scratchy.
Cycling proficiency going round the roundabout.
Yes. Do you remember what we had to do every time we heard a siren?
Oh, yeah. Why was that?
To pray for whoever was in trouble.
What are they doing?
They're like perverts, but the kids aren't here.
Oh my god, yeah.
So here we are.
Talent show. Yeah, I was gutted I didn't win that. I think Elizabeth Pierce won it.
Memory.
What order were we standing in?
I was the tallest one.
Were we in hot order?
Yeah, that's what all the arguments
Yeah,
were
was it
about.
Liz, me?
Was it?
Hello. That's what all the
Issues.
arguments were about.
Clearly
Me and Liz
issues.
were quite small. You were a giant.
I was on the
Me.
end, Kira was in the middle.
And then Betsy and
Lizzie.
Me and Liz.
There's no way I was in the middle. Was
I can't do any more of that.
What's his name? Thingy's little brother, who was in our year.
Lawrence.
Yeah,
Furlong.
And went round and asked everyone if they were a virgin, and we were like, no. None of us knew what a virgin was. So
So what is